Hello, everybody. This is Chuck from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, here to share with you my March 14th, 2020 vinyl finds. And these are from the Dollar Bin or Dollar Shelves, and they come from the Exchange on Smithfield Street in downtown Pittsburgh, PA. I actually kind of had these in order, alphabetical order, but it's all right. So let's start off with Miss Vicky Carr, Intimate Excitement on Liberty. Played this one, good record, really good condition. Includes great songs such as Laya Ladia, Going Out of My Head, Toys, Meditation, Pretty Butterfly, Carnival, Mas Que Nada, Call Me, Once, The Constant Rain, Fly Away, Forgetting You. If anybody wants to look it up on eBay, it's anybody has it by record number, it's LST7506. Believe this is still 60s. No date on this. A lot of record companies didn't put the dates on it. Some do. A minty, very minty Rod McKuen album. I mean, look at that. It has a writing of Rod McKuen's from 1967, so it could originally be for men. Although the pressing's a Warner Brothers, regular Warner Brothers label. If you're a Rod McKuen fan, or if you don't know about him, you should check out his stuff. I would say a good beginner's album to listen to of Rod McKuen's is Rod McKuen's Greatest Hits, the first volume, and volume 2. I believe they are available on YouTube, maybe broken up, but the original arrangements from those Warner Brothers Greatest Hits are a nice way to get introduced to him. I mean, he with Jacques Brel co-wrote Seasons in the Sun. I forgot the other songs I can think of. He did it was quite big. But Frank Sinatra commissioned him to do. He did an album. Frank Sinatra commissioned Rod McKuen to supply him with songs, and he recorded an album of all his works too, which is pretty neat to check out. Actually, I don't have that album. I'll have to believe it's on YouTube too. But yeah, Rod McKuen's great, and if you like poetic, like I'm not big on all of his works, but so far most of the stuff I heard of his I like. So this is a companion to the Glenn Yarbrough album I found last month, which interestingly enough, he does nothing but Rod McKuen works, and here's Rod McKuen doing his own. Beautiful Strangers. So definitely worth checking out. Songs as Do You Know Me, Maria, Alamo Junction, Tamarack Tree, Somerset, Love Let Me Not Hunger, The Beautiful Strangers, An Eye on the Water, poem number 26, Only Love, The House Upon the Hill, poem number 27, and Like Children Do. So, great listen. Sounds great too. I mean, it was like brand new. Not sealed, but it was like someone just unsealed it. Here's a really heavy duty, and this is a heavy disc. This sucker's heavy. It's like an old thick, definitely an old thick, not early, I'd say no later than mid Micro Groove album, and this has been played. Now I haven't cleaned this or played this yet. It's called Jocko's, which I've heard of in collecting old records. I guess he was a big DJ or person who put together record oldies compilations back in the day. I actually don't want to drop this because it's actually really heavy. It's vinyl, but it's like really dense. Jocko's 2 Dozen Oldies, Volume 4. And at first, this was loose. I found this with no record, and I kept digging through, and I found a disc, and I'm like, oh, gotta put those two together. What's Your Name? Dawn and One, where's that one at? Well, I just saw it. But anyway, oh yeah, What's Your Name is the first song. Dawn and One, I've heard that one. You Belong to Me, Dupree's. There's a Moon Out Tonight by the Capris. Now, those and Sherry by the Four Seasons. Now, those four are the only ones I know. Then it gets interesting. I Wish That We Were Married, Ronnie and the Highlights. Down the Aisle, Patti LaBelle and the Bluebell, so it's definitely an older one. There's No Other Like My Baby by the Crystals. Smoke From Your Cigarette, Lillian Leach and the Mellows. Brenda the Cupid, If You Want to, Carousel. So a lot of like doo-woppy, it looks like late 50s, early 60s rock and roll. A lot of less commonly heard ones anymore. Even for music it's played, the more, certain ones are a favorite of this era. There's the rest of the tracks there. So, Lullaby, The Bells, The Deltaires, You, The Aquatones, Be Sure My Love, Our Anniversary, What Time Is It? Maybe I'll do a sampling of this album, some of the less common ones that I haven't heard before, little samples of them for educational purposes only. And someone just messaged me, sorry. To a Soldier Boy, For All We Know, Guess Who, Glass Night and the Pips. I know the group, but I don't know the song. Smoky Places of Corsairs and The Island of Love, The Shepherds. So, it's a good one to check out. Moving right along, Ray Conniff, Concert and Rhythm. Now, I might have this record, but I'm not sure. There's a goofy reason why I bought this one. Now, some of Ray Conniff's stuff with his certain type of, I guess it might be a syncopated beat. I don't know how you would explain it, but it's certain, like, definitely like a hint of an echoey sound with his chorus, and the nice, the definitely trademark Ray Conniff orchestral arrangements of the late 50s and 60s. His albums were, I guess, were popular sellers in the easy listening genre. But this one actually I have not played yet, so I look forward to hearing it. One of the reasons why I bought it is because it was owned by somebody in one of the towns I grew up in, Homestead, Pennsylvania. So when I saw that, 320 West 12th Avenue, I used to live at 310 West 14th, which is not there no more. I guess I should see if the house is still here to the owner it just belonged to. It has an address label. Concert and Rhythm. Still got to hear this one yet. Now there's another Ray Conniff album from around the same era that I've seen advertised, I think, on a reel-to-reel tape. I have some old Columbia reel-to-reel tapes from the 60s, too. They might be in storage. Say It With Music, another 6i. This one wasn't belonged, I guess, didn't have a sticker from the same person in Homestead. But I'm wondering if the same person owned it. There was Concert and Rhythm Volume 2, but I didn't grab that one. Useme Muchos, Stranger in Paradise, Summertime, I Got You Under My Skin, Too Young, Softly as a Morning Sunrise, Just One of Those Things, Deep Purple, Night and Day, Temptation, Say It With Music. Now, I did listen to this. No, I like a lot of the instrumental and chorus covers, of popular songs or standards from the 50s and 60s. I actually enjoy that. I don't know. I'll have to give it a second listen. He was. I believe he was in Tommy or Jimmy Dorsey's band too for years. He was in a. He played in a big band here. Then he had his own orchestra. But yeah, I don't know if I cared for this one too much. I'll have to give it another listen. Can't really remember, but I remember not caring for it too much. But I'll give it another shot. But if you like Ray Conniff, I have a lot of his albums that were my grandmother's and my great uncles. So here's this one in a library holder from a college I used to go to. This was in a dollar bin too. Jimmy Dorsey and his orchestra, the uncollected from old radio programs that never existed before, I guess. On home recordings, recorded on Hindsight Records. I might actually leave it in the library thing. Also make it stand out more to know. I can like make this like the beginning of any Jimmy Dorsey albums I have, or I can find it in the Dorsey albums. The last time this was checked out was December 17th, 1985. Remember that? The old libraries? You know you do. Those you guys here, old heads watching this. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine that people all ages watch this. This looks like it's from 1977. Got some scratches on it, but I mean, it's a library record. But I checked it out, and it just needs a little bit of a wiping. Can't wait to hear that. I like a lot of big band era stuff. I like the band when they were together, Jimmy and Tommy, the Dorsey Brothers band. I favorite Tommy a little bit more. And then Jimmy Dorsey also had his Dixieland jazz thing. I think more like in the early mid-50s. Before he passed, he did the Dixieland jazz band format type music that he led. But this is his big band era stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. Good old Lionel Hampton. Flying Home, Malibu Swing, Autumn. Stellar PM, Breathless Vibes, Short of Breath. And these tracks are pretty long, I guess. On the Coronet label, which is a kind of like a discount, probably like more of a drugstore label back then. So they called them. But it's in very nice shape, very shiny. My great uncle and grandmother had records. I had quite a few albums that were on this that I first saw as a kid, and then over the years I collect them. Still got the thin plastic on it, nice shape. Definitely probably from the early 60s. The Letterman Memories. For Your Love, Spinning Wheel, Don't You Know, For Love, Where Is Love? Yeah, on this lime green label too. So my phone keeps giving me a black band of like information saying something's going on. I'll have to take a look. My glasses off. Put them on so I can see what it's saying. This album here, now there's some samples of stuff. Actually, the entire side one there's some samples of it on my phone. I love this Johnny Mathis album. All these songs that he covers and performs and makes his own all fit his voice. The arrangements are great. This is definitely a keeper here, and this was only $1. Love the photo of him on the cover. And look at that photo. Like has a, it's funny, yeah, it has like a vignette or a, what's that called? I forget what they call those for a shadow picture. It's funny too, I have mine up on the wall there. I'll have to show the next video or something. This is on a special gold, like a light gold color, Harmony Headliner Series album on a label. Very good stuff. Those were the days, You Better Go Now, Light My Fire, The More I Love You, Little Green Apples, Up, Up and Away. Had to wipe this one off. This one's still just cellophane on it. But Mills Brothers sing. Sometimes I happy till we meet again.